and welcome to my channel. Today, if it's not already very clear, I am going to be building a gingerbread house. Total transparency, I don't do this very frequently. It's only recently become a tradition in my house, and tradition is not really the word I'd use because we did them last year, but it's not become an annual thing yet, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I'm really hoping to make it an annual thing because I absolutely love the process, so I wanted to go ahead and do one by myself. So I picked out a smaller one. This is from Target. It's literally just called Mini House Gingerbread Kit. So hopefully it's relatively easy to put together and it won't be too stressful. Also, total transparency, I'm filming this on a day where I have to go into my job later in the afternoon. So I am kind of on a time crunch. I'm a little stressed out about that, but it's fine. You know what? I actually want to go get a little plate to put this on, so when it's done, it can just kind of sit and not be disturbed, because I feel like this cardboard box isn't really giving much. It's really ugly. So I'm gonna go get a plate and I will be right back. Okay, I think this one should be big enough. Hopefully, you know. It's a pretty small structure looking, so I'm pretty confident. Now, today I'm not going to just be building a gingerbread house. I am also going to be talking about my favorite things to do in December, my favorite movies, my family's traditions. Sorry. I just ran up and down a flight of stairs very quickly. I'm a little winded. So in this video, as I make the gingerbread house, I am hoping to kind of talk about what my Christmas generally looks like, because I think that's such a fun thing to share, because really, even people that you are super close with, their Christmases can look so drastically different than yours, and I think that's just so interesting and fun. So I wanted to kind of share my Christmas and how that looks. I actually started a little note on my phone to talk about specifically things that I do in the winter time, specifically Christmas, obviously. It says that I need to knead this frosting for a couple of minutes, so while I do that, I'm gonna tell you about one of my family's Christmas traditions. One that I think is actually, at least among some of my friends and coworkers, is a pretty traditional, definitely not traditional, but universal, I guess, experience, is my family and I will open up one gift on Christmas Eve, except we always know what that one gift is. It's always a pair of Christmas pajamas, and it's so fun. They usually match in some capacity. But my mom loves getting Christmas pajamas for me and the family, so that is always such a fun thing to do. I feel like I'm not gonna have enough icing, which is actually why I have this red icing from when I hit 100 subscribers and made that cake, which is actually a pretty recent video if you want to go check that out. But I had a feeling that I probably wouldn't have enough icing, or if I was given enough icing, I would not be able to use it all, or I would like mess up somehow. So I wanted to go ahead and use this as well, because literally the only thing I've used this for since I bought it is that subscriber cake. So why not use it on a gingerbread house, you know? I also have some sprinkles right here that are pretty nice looking. I might use the white ones for snow, might use these ones for like decoration. Okay, I think this is enough kneading of the frosting, hopefully. I don't want to cut it too big because then I could be wasting a lot of frosting all at once, you know what I mean? So I gotta be very careful here. Okay. Hopefully that's enough. Anyways, another Christmas tradition that me and my family have is the Christmas pickle. And if you know, then you know, but if you don't know, how it works, at least in my house, is that the parents will take this ornament that looks like a pickle, it's that simple, right? And put it somewhere in the tree, and whichever kid finds it first gets to open their presents first. which as a very competitive kid is always very fun. But again, as a competitive kid is sometimes not all that fun. This is a little stressful, is what I've just realized. I have to do this very quickly. So sorry if I go nonverbal for like 5 seconds. Admittedly, I thought earlier about like just completely saying screw it and just straight up using glue. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna try really hard to do this with frosting, but if it gets to that point and I am so frustrated, I might use glue. Total transparency, I might use glue. Okay, now I'm gonna flip this onto its face. Beautiful, amazing. Okay, perfect. Am I gonna go ahead and add the roof even though it says that I should wait a little bit? Absolutely. But back to talking about the Christmas pickle. My family has been doing it for a pretty long time, honestly. I can't really remember a time when we didn't do it, even though I know it exists. But yeah, I always loved doing the Christmas pickle, especially when I was younger, because like I said, competitive kid. It's just a fun little tradition, especially in a house with multiple kids. When like one kid always wants to be the first person to open presents and they don't want to wait, then you can make like a game out of it, and then it doesn't have to be this like big thing of, oh, she opened presents first last year. Well, she found the Christmas pickle last year. What do you want? You know what I mean? I just realized if I wanted to put these little guys on the top, I need to do that now. So I'm gonna do that now. I'm just doing kind of random color code. Color code? What am I talking about? Random... I'm just doing random colors. I'm realizing now that I'm kind of going non-verbal as I decorate the house, which was really not my intention. I wanted to decorate this house and like be talking the entire time and it would be super fun. But yeah, I'm kind of... I struggle focusing sometimes. There, I said it. I struggle focusing sometimes. So if I'm a little silent, or if there are like big jumps between, oh, she has the roof on the house, she didn't have it 2 seconds ago, it's because there was a bunch of silence while I was doing it, and that was just cut from the video because I was like, oh, well, I don't need to keep that. I'm trying to do the effect of icicles or just snow on this roof, and it's not working too well. But if you were wondering, the icing doesn't taste horrible. It's definitely not the best icing I've ever tasted, but it's not bad, so that's nice. My brother's wife actually last year built, like from scratch, her own gingerbread house, and it had like stained glass windows, which is just like crushed up candy and then it's melted, but it looked so cool. And fun fact, I actually tried to film this video already, but the gingerbread that my mom had picked out was a gingerbread house with that, you know, this like stained glass windows where you have to melt the candy and like fill it in, and that stressed me out so bad, so I literally stopped recording, cried a little bit, and then was like, it's okay, I'm just gonna go buy myself a smaller one, and me and my mom can make the bigger gingerbread house together. I keep getting sidetracked by talking about just random stuff when I literally have a list of things I want to talk about during this video, right? But that's really all of the like big Christmas traditions for my family. I'm sure we have other ones, but none that are like super important, I think, I guess. I don't know. Let's see what's another topic that I had for us to discuss today. Oh my gosh, my favorite Christmas music / like albums or songs this year is undeniably gonna be Fruitcake by Sabrina Carpenter. Love that little EP, little album. Is it an album? Is it an EP? Either way, you know what I'm talking about. Love it so much. Also, obviously, huge fan of Taylor Swift's Christmas music. Christmas Tree Farm will always be played at least 10 times in December for me. Like, it is inevitable, truthfully. Oh, I love Kelly Clarkson's Christmas albums. Yes, there's multiple. But I specifically love Wrapped in Red. I think that one is probably my favorite. I think it's so fun. It's so cute. Love Wrapped in Red, love Underneath the Tree, love, love, love. And I don't usually like listen to Kelly Clarkson like that, but her Christmas stuff, oh, I'm there. Really quick, I'm gonna add some of these sprinkles to add the like effect of it kind of looking like snow, or I'm gonna try. Oh, I love her. Oh my gosh, are you kidding? That's so cute. I love that. I wish I had done it on the top now, but it's already dried, so we can't do much about that, can we? Now, I'm going to switch over to this red frosting because I'm going to use it for like little details on the top of the house is what I've decided. Also a huge fan of Ariana Grande's Christmas album because, I mean, who isn't? Now let's see if this is a very stickable icing for me to use. I'm gonna hold that there for a second. And also a new addition to my favorite holiday albums is Megan Maroney, who is a female country artist, and I've recently become a fan of her this year, actually. I think her music is so fun, very like pop country girl, and I love that. The last thing that I wanted to talk about is actually my like favorite Christmas movies. And I was actually having a conversation with some of my friends the other day about Christmas movies, and as they listed stuff off, I was like, I don't think I really ever watched that, or I don't know what that is, or I only saw that like last year. And part of that is because like the household that I was raised in, we're pretty strict on like what movies we could and couldn't watch and that sort of thing. But also because I watched a lot of like older movies when it comes to this kind of thing. Christmas movies, that is. Like I love White Christmas with Bing Crosby, but I think it's so fun. I also love the original Grinch movie. I think that is so fun, and that we don't talk about that movie enough as a society. I actually have that soundtrack on vinyl right here. And if you couldn't tell, I also have on vinyl the Charlie Brown Christmas soundtrack. Another movie that I absolutely love and watch like every single year during Christmas time. I also love The Santa Claus. That's like technically a newer movie, but still older. Oh, and going back to the Grinch, I actually really liked the most recent Grinch, like the animated one that they came out with, I think in like 2019, 2018. Also, like a big thing for me is the like claymation movies from way back in the day. Way back in the day. I don't think they're that old. Actually, no, I think some of them came out in the 60s. So relatively old. Like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, The Year Without a Santa Claus, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. If you know those movies, I love you so much. I think you're amazing and spectacular, and that we would be best friends, truthfully. Okay, I'm almost done with this side of the house, which is super fun and exciting. But it looks so cute! Look at that! I love, actually, that I used the red frosting for, like, the, string lights. I think that's very creative of me. Also, I totally did end up making a little pattern for this. I gave up on doing just random and have kind of gone... Actually, it's probably better if I show you. So let me finish this row before it dries, and then I'll kind of show you how I did my color pattern. So I have red, green, orange, blue, yellow, purple, and maybe you can already tell what I did, but basically I did the first warm color and then the first cold color, the second warm color, second cold color, third warm color, third cold color. And then I've just been kind of flipping it back and forth across the top of the house, as you can see right there. And I think it was a pretty good idea, and it looks disorganized, but also in my mind is still organized, so I'm not like freaking out that it looks weird or crazy. But yeah, I didn't really watch a lot of the movies that have been like titled like classic Christmas movies until very recently. As a matter of fact, there are still some that I haven't seen. Like, I didn't watch Elf until 2018, maybe 2019. No, I think it was 2020. I still haven't seen Home Alone, which my friends were devastated to hear, but I also don't particularly care. Ugh. Oops. I'm almost done with the roof. And then I think I'm just gonna kind of decorate the rest of the house with icing, not with much else. Yeah, this is the end result of the roof, which is so fun. I think it's so great. I love it so much. I might add more snow actually around the base because I think that would be fun. Oh my gosh, how can I even forget Frosty the Snowman, like the original one that's like not long at all. But I literally love that movie so much. I'm very much like a fan of older Christmas movies, and I usually don't feel that way about like other media. Like, I love newer movies, can't really get into like older style movies, but I just absolutely love the older Christmas stuff because you can't go wrong with the classics. You can't. Sorry, I just realized that my dog is sitting behind me. I think I'm basically done. With this. I'm gonna add some icing around the window panes. Oh my god! I just messed it up, and now I'm gonna literally cry. Kidding. Not gonna cry. Not gonna cry because it's not that serious. Now I'm kind of wishing that I didn't do that big thing of icing that looks like snow on the side so that I could use that to cover up my mistake. But it's too late now. And see, you know what? You can barely tell that the icing dripped down the side of the house, even though you definitely can. I'm just gonna say it's a rain gutter. There you go. That's not the window falling apart, that's a rain gutter. But I think that is all. I am pretty much done with my house. I think it looks pretty cute. I'm probably gonna dust off the excess sprinkles because there are a lot on this plate, and then I'll probably wipe off the red frosting splurge as well. But this is my finished product. But yeah, that is basically all that I was planning to do for this video. I talked about my favorite Christmas music, I talked about my favorite Christmas movies, I talked about Christmas traditions in my house. So I think I'm going to end the video here. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!